Morning sunlight on the street, golden shadows at my feet, coffee waiting on the table. Springtime feels so sweet. Soft wind through the open door, petals dancing on the floor, little moments drifting by like a gentle lullaby. Spring cafe, warm and slow, watch the little flowers grow. Sunny skies and lazy days, floating in a golden haze. Spring cafe, soft and bright, everything just feels so light. Hearts are moving with the breeze under blooming cherry trees. Clouds are drifting far away, pink colors through the day. Laughter softly fills the air in a quiet way. Warm cup resting in my hand, no rush, no heavy plans, just the rhythm of the breeze moving through the trees. Spring cafe, warm and slow, watch the little flowers grow. Sunny skies and lazy days, floating in a golden haze. Spring cafe, soft and bright, everything just feels so light. Hearts are moving at the breeze under blooming cherry trees. Spring cafe, spring cafe.
Sun is rising down the street, quiet rhythm, steady beat, coffee steam and open skies. Morning slowly comes alive, footsteps echo soft and low. City waking nice and slow, bold and light across the day, chasing dreams away. No need to run, the day's begun. Cozy morning, soft and warm, come before the day takes form. Little moments drift along like a slow and gentle song. Cozy morning, clear and bright, wrapped in early morning light. Take it easy, take it slow, let the good day grow. Open window, gentle breeze, sunlight moving through the trees. Simple sounds of life nearby, clouds just passing in the sky. Nothing heavy on my mind, peaceful hours hard to find. Holding on to what is true, morning fresh and new. Cozy morning, soft and warm, come before the day takes form. Little moments drift along like a slow and gentle song. Cozy morning, clear and bright, wrapped in early morning light. Take it easy, take it slow, let the good day grow. Cozy morning, soft and warm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey. street. Golden sun and quiet feet. Windows open to the day. Soft clouds slowly drift away. Warm cup resting in my hands. No rush, no busy plans. Gentle breeze begins to play. Welcome in the day. Take it slow, let it flow. Warm cup morning, soft and bright. Sun is painted all in light. Little moments start to bloom, chasing shadows from the room. Warm cup morning, calm and clear. Springtime whispers in my ear. Every day begins anew under skies of baby blue. City waking soft and low. Early light begins to glow. Coffee, steam, and quiet air. Peaceful moments everywhere. Simple days are all I need. Like a gentle melody, holding on to what is true. Morning fresh and new. Warm cup morning, soft and bright. Sun is painted all in light. Little moments start to bloom, chasing shadows from the room. Warm cup morning, calm and clear. Springtime whispers in my ear. Every day begins anew under skies of baby blue.
Petals drifting on the stream, soft and quiet like a dream. Silver light upon the tide. Spring is slowly passing by. Gentle ripples in the air. Silent moments everywhere. Nothing rushing, nothing loud. Just the water and the cloud. Let it go, nice and slow. Float like petals around the water. Soft and free beneath the sky. Every moment drifting farther, like a dream that's floating by. Flow with every breath of spring, quiet as the evening glow. In the calm of everything, let your heart just flow. Golden light begins to fade. Pink reflections gently sway. Time is moving like this stream, slow and soft, a peaceful dream. All the worries fade away in the silence of the day. Floating where the breezes go in a quiet flow. Flow like petals on the water, soft and free beneath the sky. Every moment drifting farther, like a dream that's floating by. Flow with every breath
slowly glass. Quiet hours slowly pass. Soft breeze moving through the air. Golden sunshine everywhere. Pastel colors in my hands. Little loops and gentle strands. Simple rhythm, calm and slow. Watching springtime glow. Take it slow. Let it flow. Soft and wide, lazy shadows slowly glide. Coffee steam and quiet streets, gentle rhythm, steady beats, little colors shining through, pink and gold and baby blue. Simple days and open skies, like a sweet surprise. Soft spring breezes drift through the air. Golden sunlight dancing everywhere. Coffee is waiting out on the terrace. Quiet moments, gentle and careless. Spring breeze blowing soft and slow. Little petals start to flow. Warm sunshine on the trees. Hearts are drifting with the breeze. Clouds are floating high in light, city shining warm and bright. Laughter echoes down the street. Life is moving soft and sweet. Spring breeze blowing soft and slow. Little petals start to flow. Warm sunshine on the trees. Hearts are drifting with the breeze. Ooh, 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 hey, 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 Sunlight falling through the glass. Quiet hours slowly pass. Coffee steam begins to rise. Soft reflections in my eyes. Outside people drift along like a slow and gentle song. Spring is whispering through the trees in a cafe window breeze. Take it slow, let it flow. Cafe window breeze today carries all my thoughts away. Golden light across the floor, soft winds through the open door. Cafe window breeze so light, dancing in the morning light. Little softly glide, city humming low and sweet, gentle rhythm of the street, coffee cup and open sky, watching all the hours go by, peaceful in the simple scene, like a living dream. Golden light across the floor, soft winds through the open door, cafe window breeze so high, little moments drift so free, like a quiet melody. Morning light on the avenue, sky above in crystal blue, little flowers in the breeze, whisper softly through the trees, coffee steaming golden air, sunlight falling everywhere, city waking slow and bright, everything just feels right. Take it slow, let it go. Golden spring in the air today, soft sunlight on my way, little moments drifting by underneath the pastel sky. Golden spring, feel the breeze dancing through the cherry trees, every day feels fresh and new in the light of spring with you. In the light of spring with you. Outdoor cafe, quiet street, rhythm slow and bittersweet, clouds above are drifting free, like a soft melody, gentle laughter passing by,